You have to sing when you play. Before you put the instrument under your chin, you look at the music and imagine what it could sound like. And then you put the violin under your chin, and then you come to it. It's your very secret gift that you bring to life.
The first time I sang for Regina, I walked in the door, I saw her music stands with all the etudes and music that she had been playing as a violinist. I could feel something from her, and I realized this is somebody I really want to be singing for. To remind myself that my singer is within me, it's part of who I am, that's the gift that she's given me, that I was seeking my whole life.
I can't even describe the feeling that I had. It's just so much of a connection that I got through playing the music, and not only did I learn more about the piece itself, it added something to my playing, just another level of emotion that you can't really learn in the practice room or in the lessons. Not only it's just about the notes, but it's also about how you connect with the audience you play for.
I always feel that I'm really lucky to have concerts in motion in our life. Anybody who has music in their heart, then Mom connects.
Well, she was born in 1921 in France, in Alsace-Lorraine, in Metz to be specific.
Under the French flag.
Yes.
She made sure to tell us.
When it was France, exactly. She lived there until the age of 2, and then her parents immigrated to the United States. They moved to the Lower East Side.
My grandmother had a pushcart with fabrics.
My mother was going back to Paris again. She came to Paris as a little girl, and she loved it, and she felt that her daughter will grow up in Paris like she did. And that's really when my big life in music and my adventure in music started.
The conservatory basically suggested that she go on to study with this Professor Bach in Amsterdam.
Which we did. We went to Amsterdam and on third class, very hard, with 2 shopping bags, I remember, and my violin. And we got there, and I remember when I went into his studio, he looked at me and he said, "Play for me." I was so scared. And he listened, he says, "Well, you don't know too much, but I think I can make something out of you."
Whenever she spoke about this Professor Bach, she always lit up. It was about the music and his belief in her talent, but also he felt that as a person, she could express herself through her music.
I got to do very well, and I was able to play publicly. I loved to play my Bach sonatas. I was happy. But of course, we had a war looming in the background, Hitler knocking on the doors. We will have to go, because the American consulate, I said, "You'll have to get out of here, you have to get out of here." But this violin was a life that nourished me all the time. And when I learned how to use it and how to make it live with me, I'm alive, that's all.
She was getting to be so homebound, she really couldn't get out and didn't want to get out anymore. It brought what she loves to her. It was good to see that she had those kind of moments still to appreciate what she loved so much.
Kay, who has a disability, she's so connected to him. Something about him really, really, really touched her. This young man, when he puts his arms around his cello, it's magic.
Why I play cello, and why I love music. There's a lot of power to music, to create happiness, to other people's lives.
That's the beauty of music, is that it's that interaction that creates the contact and the meaning. And I really don't think there are real words for it.
When I perform for Regina, a lot of it has to do with whether or not I feel I've connected. And if I feel after the performance that I've connected, that makes a big difference for me, and I think possibly for Regina as well. I think just really shows the humanity of music in a way that performing in front of a large audience doesn't always do.
Something that this organization and the experience does is it gives you a larger sense of why you play music.
Her biggest comment, which I was always nervous about what she was going to say, but it was always she would go like this, play with your heart, as opposed to not this, right? And then she would ask them to play it again, and the kids would get it. They really understood that they should just not think about the technique and just play with their heart. And when you were there, you could hear the difference.
This is a beautiful way for the kids to learn that music is not about their parents drilling them day to day to do their scales and arpeggios and all that. It's not really about that, but more about what is it that they can communicate to the audience.
I think that gave her great pleasure to be part of that and to enjoy that with them. And she always lit up when they came. It would be like they inflated a balloon, and all of a sudden this balloon was full, and then when they left, all the air went out, and she was back to the way she was before. And it was just amazing to watch. She'd get color in her cheeks, and she'd become alert.
She's a serious music lover. She's a serious musician's musician, and just to get to know someone like that who's coming from that place in her values is such a gift for any of us, trying to find that inner map of our essential destiny, really, as not just human beings, but really as musicians.
Life has a meaning, and if you can find the meaning, it's worth it.
You found yours.
I found my meaning, yeah.